All right, I'm in the master bedroom. This is one of the windows that we have restored. Came out beautiful. As you can see, numerous drywall cracks. My son and I were messing with that piece here on the ceiling, and he said it's bowed down so much that he didn't think that he could get screws in it where it would hold it up. And also in here, that door needs to be replaced, and it's supposed to swing out from the other side of the opening. This is the one door I messed with in my spare time a little bit, and just stripped the paint off of the door, sanded it down a little bit, and put it back on. And the door looks almost like new. I was so pleased at how beautiful it came out. My bathroom. You can tell there's somebody had started something up there, and that needs to be finished. The tub is in poor shape. So, as you can tell, that needs to come out, and the wall there around the tub needs to be cleaned up. The rest of the bathroom is in good shape. The corners, just some trim pieces and paint, and the bathroom is fine. The front bedroom, here, I've got a few cracks. These are real easy ones to take care of, I think. This room is pretty much complete. The doors, I can finish out and restore the doors at a later time. But for the purposes of getting the mortgage, this front room is complete. Come on, Maggie. Oops. Now we'll go in. This is the laundry room. A little bit in the ceiling, easily fixed. This room is complete. Other than that, the ceiling fans and lights in here are in good shape. Now the kitchen, cracks in the kitchen ceiling. The opening here for the refrigerator was built out of square, and so I'm going to have to straighten that up. I finally got the house leveled up enough to where the cabinet doors above are closing better now. A few more places here. The upper cabinets, like I say, are in really good shape. They just need some more paint. Now this is going into the under cabinets, and I've rats coming through there. We got rats coming in and out at the top in here. They've got a raceway behind the sink. You can see there that that's a mess with another major hole. They've plugged it with foam, and the rats then eat through it and dig through it and then come back and use it again or create another one. I taped this closed just to block some of the air from the outside. You know, the electrical in here is going to have to be covered up, and that's not the way they ran the electrical wire. Squeeze between that plywood is definitely not going to pass code. And I can see light through the foam in the back of that where it's opened up outside right now, which that will be closed up as we get the skirting in. You know, see here the cabinet countertop is cracked. And I have bleached and scrubbed the sink, and you know, it's got chips off of it and all, so that's not, I can live with that. That would pass. But and then the living room, we've got to finish these windows out. Now that we've got this wall pretty much level, I can do that. But the drywall here is some really old stuff, and it's I don't think that we're going to be able to get anything to stick to it and come out looking right without replacing that drywall. This window, we've restored the window, but you know, but there again, they had covered up this with this old paneling, and none of the trim around here was fit properly. We've been having to go through. This has been a real chore trying to figure out, but you can see where we've redid the pulleys. I've got the hardware stripped out, but I can open and close this window here with a finger. You see the gap above the door and below. The condition of the door jamb. These are the windows to the front bedroom. They came out absolutely beautiful. And like I said, the house outside, you know, paint. I need to replace a few pieces of the corner trim where, because particularly at the bottom, it's rotted out. I've got the replacement tiles for the siding. Most of them, I've got about 2/3 of what I need to finish up the bottom layer along the house there, and then we were going to use the concrete hardy plank or hardy board to skirt the bottom in, because that is a lot cheaper. Those siding tiles are about $7 per tile. The garage is really in pretty good shape. A couple of pieces of wood replaced on the edging there, trim, and paint. The garage looks wonderful. The back of the house, you know, there again, we just got to skirt it in. But as you can see, the light's not real good here because of the carport. This carport had about 3 inches of gravel and rock put on it, which threw the water runoff out, which is part of what caused so much of the foundation damage. And the backyard, you know, we had to dig out to expose the house to where we could repair the foundation. And so I've got a lot of dirt that needs to be moved and level the yard back out so I can restore proper water drainage to protect the foundation. But like I said, as we get the skirting in. We've got the foundation rebuilt. I've got a few little places if I can get my son to come help me about 3 hours or so and make a few adjustments, and the foundation is it's done. All brand new piers, 43 of them, but I think I'm going to add another one, maybe two, in a couple little trouble spots. But the outside of the house is in good shape. Like I said, a few pieces of trim on the corners and paint. After I get the skirting done and then level the yard out, the outside of the house doesn't need all that much. The inside isn't that bad. It's just a lot of drywall work that I've never done before, which, if you got any knowledge of construction, there's an art to doing that. Maggie, come on, baby. Come on. And so, this gravel driveway has a beautiful red brick driveway under it that is down near where the proper elevation of the drive should be. I know this because that house right there is the house that my wife and I lived in from 1983 when we married to 1991 when she died. And so I've known this house here since the early 80s. And like I said, that's about it. 2 ceiling fan fixtures in the living room. The electrical's in good shape. I can fix anything in the house electrical. The plumbing is weak, but it's holding, and I can fix most of that. And after the house is in my name, then I can qualify for some things to help take care of those type of issues. So, it's the getting the house into my name. And we've had to go a little further to patch it up and get it to pass inspection, because you get to a point, well, you're in there, well, if we can't just patch it and make it right, we've got, if you're going to do it, you got to fix it right. So it's been a lot of catch-22, but that's the house. I'll get out here and get a better look. It's a nice little neighborhood. One of my twins lives right up the street there at the other end, about 5 blocks up. Got a little place over there on the carport to fix, but I think that's not hard to do, and I actually do have a bundle of shingles that color, so I can replace a couple if I need to on the carport. The roof is in good shape, so that's about where I stand. And one of the problems, though, is as I go through and look at things, not being a carpenter, not knowing these things, I do look over things and don't see things that a carpenter or somebody that's trained would. So there you go. This is the house, and that's the condition.